ChatGPT has exploded to over 1 million users since being launched last month, and it's still one of the most trending topics today. Many of us are familiar with how this AI tool is essentially replacing Google search as we know it, and you've likely come across some pretty impressive applications of the tool. Some people are using ChatGPT to perform actions like build websites, and others streamlining complicated coding tasks. There's no doubt it's a game changer for the world. But how can the average person use ChatGPT today? There have been some life-changing add-ins that integrate ChatGPT with everyday tools. And one of the most impactful is GPT for Google Sheets. This will revolutionize how we all work forever. This video is intended to walk through the add-in and help you discover how AI can help you today. We'll first take a quick look at how to actually enable GPT for Google Sheets. Then we'll see how to use it. We'll walk through a few realistic examples of how you can actually use AI to improve your productivity, make you money, simplify your life, and save you time. Let's get started. The first thing you'll need is an account at openai.com. This is the same account that you would get if you were just setting up a ChatGPT account, and this is a free step. Next, you'll browse to beta.openai.com/account/API keys. This is a key that will be assigned to your OpenAI account. What we can see on this page is that we have an allotment of $120 of free credits. And just for your reference, most tasks that you perform in ChatGPT, or in this case, GPT for Sheets, will cost a fraction of a penny. We're talking $0.0001. You're going to have a hard time actually spending some money on this software. So just know that for most people, it will be free, but it is something to consider down the line. The next step will be to click Extensions and access GPT for Sheets. Next, click Extensions, Add-ons, Get Add-ons, search for GPT for Sheets, then just install. After you have your API key, go back to Extensions, GPT for Sheets, and set API key. This is where you'll paste your API key. Afterwards, just click Enable GPT Functions, and you're off to the races. Now that we have the extension, let's see how to use it. There's 5 aspects to this formula. The first being prompt. Prompt is something you're probably familiar with. It's pretty straightforward. It's really just text that you want to actually use to instruct ChatGPT. Next is value. This is that spreadsheet cell that you're going to actually be using in your prompt to instruct ChatGPT. The next one is temperature. This might be a new one for most of us. This number should be between 0 and 1, with 0 being the default. 0 would essentially be a more precise answer that you're looking for, something that's a bit less creative, whereas 1 is on the opposite side of the spectrum. If you use 1, you might get more creative answers from ChatGPT, so this might be useful for certain prompts and something to consider. The fourth is model. This is a bit more complicated for the average user, so we probably don't have to spend too much time on that one, but something to consider as you get more advanced. The last part to the syntax is max tokens. Most people are not going to have to pay a cent, but it is something to consider in case you're running thousands and thousands of calls a day where you might actually face some pricing. So now that we know how to use it, let's see some clear examples that we can actually implement in our own lives. There's a number of different use cases here, but the first prompt will be trying to categorize several different websites. So the first thing I'll do is I'll set the formula. ChatGPT, the prompt is in cell B5, comma, C5 has the value. Temperature, I'll leave that at default, which will be 0. Same for model, and same for max tokens. I'm going to drag this down, but first I'm going to have to fix cell B5, because this is where I actually want the prompt to remain. And that's the result. Twitter being social media, Netflix being streaming, Reddit a social website, Wikipedia information, and Best Buy retail. In this next example, we'll see how ChatGPT can classify sentiment into one word. Let's say you have a lot of customer reviews, but you really just want to group them by sentiment. This might save you time by focusing on the negative sentiment or highlighting the positive sentiments. This can give you better understanding of your products and save you a lot of time from sifting through a lot of different information. The formula is GPT. In this case, I don't actually need all those extra commas because everything else by default will just remain. So I'm going to fix this cell, B12, this is a prompt, and let's analyze. The first line, I am extremely satisfied with the product and customer service, and ChatGPT classified that as pleased. That works for me. Okay, so we've got pleased, positive, positive. satisfied, and 2 disappointed. Let's take a look at those and see why. The product is fine, but I was disappointed with the lack of instructions included. That might be helpful. I might have to look into that. The customer service was unhelpful. I am disappointed with the experience. Let's see one more example of analyzing text. In this case, you've got a number of different addresses, but it's not formatted correctly. Let's see what AI can do here. It can be extremely annoying when you get raw data sets that aren't in great formats, so this can save a lot of time, and this can be used in a lot of different ways. So now that we've seen that Chat GPT can analyze text pretty well, let's see how it does generating ideas. I know we've seen a lot of examples on the actual browser of Chat GPT, but here, if you can just copy and paste large data sets, this can save you a lot of time and allow you to work seamlessly in your daily life. So at this point, I think we're all pros on the formula. So here, I want to generate 3 subject lines for a cold email. In this case, I want to look at Instagram growth, how to build a YouTube channel, very ironic, I know, and technology. Let's see what ChatGPT can do here. For Instagram growth, we've got a few different options here. Grow your following quickly and easily, unlock the power of Instagram to grow your business, boost your Instagram presence with proven strategies. Okay, that might be pretty good for an email. So like I mentioned before, the 0 is default for temperature, which is a bit less creative. So let's make this 1, and let's see how ChatGPT can do. Maximizing your impact, learn how to build a successful channel, secrets to unlocking your YouTube growth potential, turn up the volume, how to turn up your channel revenue. Let's see technology. Unlock the power of technology, streamline, harness, maximum profits. Okay, let's see if we can get any difference here if I make it more creative. Utilize the latest technology, boost your business efficiency, redefine your business with advanced technology. It's a bit better. Okay, not too bad. In this next prompt, we've got a number of different customer reviews, and that's a lot to read. We've already seen how ChatGPT can handle categorizing customer sentiment, but how will it do in simplifying a paragraph into just 1 sentence? The customer service was unhelpful, and the laptop had poor build quality. I'm seeing the store is a scam and should be avoided. Let's see if that makes sense based on the prompt. You ordered clothes, it was in the wrong size and the build quality. Tried to return it, but it was impossible and no refund. The store is a scam and I warn everyone to stay away. Well, that jumps off a page and I'm glad I was able to see it in a simple sentence so that I could actually digest what I was reading. And let's look at the last one here. I buy this expensive watch and after 1 month it stops working. I send it for repair and they take forever to charge me extra. This company has poor build quality. Grammar's a bit off here, but this company have poor quality product and worst customer service. I will never buy from them again. Well, that was a little tough to read, but ChatGPT essentially said the customer had a negative experience with the product and customer service and will not be buying again. Some outputs were a bit better than others, to be honest, but at least we were able to read just 1 sentence as opposed to a few different sentences, especially with some of the grammatical errors. So this can save you some time and headache. I think there's time for a bonus. And this one's a bit more challenging, so let's take a look. I thought it might be a good idea to see how we can actually implement ChatGPT in the workplace. So let's say, for example, you're dealing with some pretty complicated business scenarios and you're trying to develop a strategy to approach it. Let's see if we can get some inspiration from ChatGPT. AI is not perfect. It can definitely be wrong. And you know what? They might save me some time, maybe give me some good ideas, and help me brainstorm for myself. So let's take a look. In this first scenario, we've got a retail sector that's experienced a decline in sales due to an economic downturn caused by an earthquake. The company had physical stores with a big foot traffic decline, and this really impacted sales. However, there seemed to be a pretty big increase in online shopping as a result. So we've got some metrics here, we've got some scenarios of what happened in the business. Not really sure where I go from here, but let's see what ChatGPT thought. To combat the decline in sales, the company should focus on increasing its online presence and leveraging digital marketing strategies to drive more online sales. That actually sounds like it might be pretty good advice. As we saw, the foot traffic was down, physical stores weren't operating that well, but online was, and ChatGPT realized that. That's actually pretty impressive. The second example, a technology company with revenue growth that was impacted by more competition. Skimming through here, the company had international expansion strategies that paid off. Let's see what happened from ChatGPT's perspective. You just increase revenue and market share by focusing on international presence and investing in R&D to create more products that differentiate from competition. Again, it's not bad advice in this case. And let's try that last one. Insurance payments decreased by 10%. The company's revenue from out-of-pocket payments increased by 20% due to increased demand. There were some investments in technology and telemedicine that helped improve efficiency. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks for the future. To maximize revenue and profitability, the healthcare company should focus on increasing out-of-pocket payments by leveraging technology, telemedicine, and providing a more convenient and cost-effective healthcare service. I think there's some good insights here from Chat GPT. There's a lot of use cases where AI can actually help us with work, whether that's brainstorming, sorting through data, analyzing text, developing ideas for us. The list goes on and on. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content. When we reach 1,000 subscribers on the channel, we're going to be doing some pretty big giveaways, so you're not going to want to miss it.